What is wrong with you? Squirt's screaming about everything. You're not getting on my computer. Hey, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Oh, Squirt's got boo-boos. See if you can see him right there on his mouth. Hey, hold still. Hold still, bro. See right there? Something got a hold of him. Right under his chin. See it? Damn it, boy. Out there fighting. Hi everyone, Donut here. Check this out. My office is like really coming together. I just added like all this stuff. Got my Super Troopers 2 poster for my moderator Valkyrie, my YouTube play button, and then I'm starting to build my retro gaming collection. So I got a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, a PlayStation 2, and then I have a Wii and a Switch. But the Switch is under the computer right now because I've been streaming. And yes, my desk is a beer pong table. But most importantly, bam! Look at that. The patch walls coming together. I went with a big piece of black cloth this time, so in case I ever need to move it, I can just roll it up. And it's working out pretty well. We've got a lot of really cool patches from you guys on here. So yeah, let's see what crazy stuff is going on in the world today. Is there music playing in the background? All right, folks, we've got some context to spread around this bitch. Chris Brown got arrested again, a rapist face planted into a curb, and a mom went John Wick on a dude that tried to kidnap her children. We're gonna start this video off with Florida Man. Oh, Florida Man. This is 32-year-old Benjamin Hoven, and he's a piece of shit, so I don't really feel bad about any of this happening to him. Police have reported that on June 30th, he held 2 women hostage at knife point, raped one of them, forced them to drive to an ATM where he stole all their money, and then stole one of the victims' cars. He then drove to Miami where he pistol whipped a 62-year-old woman, robbed her, and stole her Mercedes-Benz. On July 5th, a police officer saw Benjamin acting strangely in front of a convenience store. The police officer ran the tags on the Mercedes-Benz, which of course came back stolen.
Arms behind your back. Now, hands on your back. 10-4, be back on 1, semi 94. 743 tassel, semi 94. 36, you're right over there. Come over here now.
The suspect complied at first, but then he took off running, and wouldn't you know it, the taser didn't work on him.
I'm in front of the gas quick right now. I got a white male on the ground. Handcuff him right now.
Why do you hesitate?
But the officer, while sprinting after Benjamin, quickly reloaded the taser and caused him to American History X himself right into the curb.
Arms behind your back now! 43 tassel, white male 1015,
Hold your hand
taser
still.
deployed.
Next up, we have a video straight out of Austin, Texas, where a man named Patrick King claims that he witnessed police brutality. On July 4th, Patrick tweeted, "Last night I was out with some friends in Austin and witnessed police brutality firsthand for the first time. It's a different feeling when you see it on TV or all over the internet than when you actually witness it happening no less than 10 feet in front of you." Know what's awesome? Context, my dudes. The man being punched by Austin police officers is 23-year-old Justin Grant, and there were a few things that happened leading up to the video being filmed. Police officers were originally called to a disturbance at the club where the manager on scene stated that Justin had grabbed him by his arm and threatened him with a knife because he denied him entry to the club. While police were on scene speaking to the manager of the club who was threatened by Grant, they heard a disturbance at a bar next door. Well, it turned out that was Grant also. Grant was in a woman's face, pointing his finger at it, and police went in to arrest him. That's when he resisted arrest.
Anthony, get back.
Reports state that the police were saying that he kept reaching for his waistband where he had a 6-inch knife during the arrest.
Grant was eventually taken into custody and charged with terroristic threats, possession of methamphetamine, and resisting arrest. Because the woman was interfering with the arrest and was touching on the police officer during their arrest and wouldn't back up, she was arrested too. That's the same woman who Grant was yelling at that caused the disturbance, which got police over there. I will give the people who don't agree with this arrest this. The guy probably did have a hard time trying to roll over when a police officer was holding his arms. With that being said, coming from a person who has fought someone who's on meth, who is trying to go for a knife, that shit goes by in a blur and the training kind of kicks in. This is pure speculation, but I'm guessing put your hands behind your back was just naturally coming out like it does in situations like that. That combined with worrying about the guy underneath you trying to stab you and his girlfriend attacking you at the same time, it might cause a little bit of tunnel vision. And in the end, in my personal opinion, if you have a knife on you that you've already threatened someone with and you're resisting arrest and the police know that you have that knife on you and you get tuned up a little bit, whose fault is that? But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you think about this arrest in the comments below. Next up, we don't have a video for this story, but it's still pretty badass and I'd love to tell you about it. This story comes straight out of Dallas, Texas, home of the infamous Dallas Police Department's R2 Fuck You. A mother by the name of Michelle Booker Hooks ran into a gas station when 36-year-old Rick Wright jumped into her SUV and attempted to drive off. Unfortunately for Rick Wright, Michelle's 2- and 4-year-old were in the backseat of the SUV, causing her mama bear instincts to go absolutely knucking futz. While Wright was driving away with her baby, she jumped into the backseat, reached over, retrieved her gun from the glove compartment, and put a bullet in Wright's head. He was taken to the hospital where he remains in critical condition. Michelle and her children were unharmed. I really wish during Michelle's TV interview she looked right into the camera and said, "It looks like Rick Wright was Rick wrong. He got rickety wrecked, son." Next up, out of West Palm Beach, Florida, musician Chris Brown, better known for his collaboration with beating the shit out of Rihanna, has been arrested again. Tampa police waited for him to walk off stage at his most recent concert before arresting him on a felony assault warrant. Wouldn't you know it, the felony assault warrant was for sucker punching a random photographer at a club in April of 2017. I just imagine like 2 detectives sitting around and one of them's like, "Hey man, you know Chris Brown is in town tonight." And then the other detective is like, "No shit, didn't you sign a warrant for him last April for felony assault?" He's like, "Oh yeah, let's just wait for him after the show. We know where he is." And then they're like, "Hell yeah," and then they high five. I don't know. That's how I picture it. Next video that we're going to take a look at comes out of Universal City, Texas. It went very viral. You've probably already seen it, but we're going to talk about what happened anyways. A few days ago, a man by the name of Kino Jimenez assaulted a teenager for wearing a Make America Great Again hat.
Supporting the president. You ain't supporting shit, nigga. Bitch ass motherfucker.
Okay.
It's gonna go great in my fucking fireplace, bitch.
Alright, have fun with it.
Jimenez walked up, snatched the hat off of the teenager's head, talked some shit, and then threw a drink in his face. We don't talk about politics very much on this channel. I really don't like to get into it. But regardless of your political affiliation, you shouldn't attack people because theirs is different. San Antonio PD ended up arresting Jimenez and charging him with felony theft of person. Our last video, needless to say, is hilarious. Out of Las Vegas, Nevada, a man got drunk, caused a disturbance in a restaurant and a casino, and then picked a fight with UFC champion Matt Serra. Serra was in town that day to be inducted into the UFC Hall of Fame.
It's okay. Calm down. Calm down. I'm gonna break you. I'm gonna fuck you up. It's okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Security arrived on scene, Serra backed off, and that's when the man, realizing he physically couldn't do anything, started threatening to bring a lawsuit against Serra.
All right, I'm getting off you, but
Who's this guy?
calm down.
I'm a cheer and fuck this
Calm
guy.
down. Calm down. Are you good, buddy?
I'm pressing charges. I'm pressing charges with this guy right now.
Are you ready to go?
Right now.
Or do you want to get some help?
I'm pressing charges with this guy right now. I'm pressing charges.
Dude,
I'm a chairman.
You gotta back up.
I'm a chairman right now.
God, it's like watching a grown man fight a baby. And that is all I have for you fine people today. I posted a video earlier this morning, but I didn't like how long and unedited it was. I just posted a full stream that I did the other day. If you want to watch that, the VOD is still up on my Twitch. It was every person killed by police in the month of May. If you want to contribute to this glorious patch wall right here, I have my P.O. Box address in the description of most of my videos. I will take any and all patches. I love patches. As always, if you want to help support the channel, you can support me at patreon.com/donutoperator or buy some super sweet merch at donutoperator.com. Come on over to twitch.tv/donutoperator when this video is posted. I'll be over there opening up a big giant bag of mail for my P.O. box that I've been saving up for a while now. Until next time, everyone, this is Donut. I hope that you had a good and safe weekend, and please have a fantastic day.